just taking out the UK and Germany with nuclear weapons.
We should start to punish them, attacking their vessels and their ports.
So, is Sergei Karaganov's warning aimed at British ports and at Keir Starmer? How seriously should it be taken? An imminent Russian strike may not be on the table right now, but this isn't empty rhetoric either. In early December 2025, President Putin publicly raised what he called the most radical option, severing Ukraine's access to the sea, following attacks on Russian oil tankers. Karaganov's remarks point to a hardening attitude in Moscow. Britain now appears emboldened by recent US actions, including the confiscation of the tanker Marinera and others. The question is whether this becomes a path London actually chooses to follow. From Moscow's perspective, seizing Russian tankers isn't enforcement, it's asset confiscation during an undeclared maritime conflict. Of course, there's another possibility that this is largely political signalling from London. Tough language designed to project resolve and bolster Ukraine, rather than a threat to actually do anything. Britain has talked tough before without following through. In fact, this exact scenario played out not so long ago. In 2019, Britain seized an Iranian tanker in Gibraltar. Iran responded by seizing a UK-flagged vessel. The result? A quiet British climb down and release of the impounded ship. So it would be reasonable to assume that, still nursing burnt fingers, Britain might act more cautiously this year. And this is where the house of cards begins to tumble. London may see proposed tanker seizures as symbolic pressure, a narrative gesture in support of Ukraine, while Moscow interprets them as the opening of a maritime front. Any Russian response may not be immediate. It could wait for seizures to occur, then answer with its own seizures, a tit-for-tat cycle at sea. Or something bigger. And what of legality? If Russian planners conclude the intent is towards sustained seizures, then, as demonstrated by Trump's Greenland decision, legal arguments fly out of the window. Strategic goals are set. At that point, it's no longer about law, it's about the physical. Tankers don't sail forever on the high seas, they always have a destination. And that destination is invariably a port.